Hello. So it's officially December, which means it is officially time for cheesy Christmas movies. I love cheesy Christmas movies. They're the best. They're so terrible. And it doesn't matter where they come from. They could be Hallmark movies, the Lifetime movies, the Netflix. Netflix has a whole bunch of terrible movies out now, and I love them all equally, and they're all equally terrible. Now, because I am such a cheesy Christmas movie connoisseur, I've noticed a few reoccurring tropes, and these tropes are just so frequent. They show up in almost every single one of these holly jolly travesties. So every year, I like to make a cheesy Christmas movie bingo card and play that while I watch said terrible cheesy Christmas movies. So I thought today it would be fun if I went through all 25 squares of the card, sort of like expand upon what each of them actually mean, what each of the tropes are, and then you yourself can play my terrible cheesy Christmas movie bingo game. Let's look at the squares. Number 1, the protagonist has a Christmas name. You ever notice how a lot of the protagonists have a sort of like Christmas related name, like Holly, Christy, Noel, Mary? I'm counting Ginger too. Ginger because like the gingerbread, ginger cookies. Because, you know, with these movies, we want to be so on the nose with our Christmas theme that we're not allowed to play any reindeer games. Number 2, the annoying, sassy child creature. I loathe this one. I loathe it. The annoying, sassy child creature. You know the annoying, sassy child creature. It is a Christmas movie staple. It's the child creature who is like 6 going on 36, and they are grossly overinvested in like their single parent or their aunt's love life. I mean, it's so unrealistic. Like, as someone who works with 6-year-olds, I can pretty much tell you that none of them, if they were given a Christmas wish by Santa, not a single one of them would spend that wish on their aunt or the best friend of their mom, or their mom getting a significant other and finding their Mr. or Mrs. Right for Christmas. Ain't no 6-year-old asking for that. You know what 6-year-olds like? They like slime and video games. They don't like love and magic and putting protagonists in their place. No, it's no. So I don't like the annoying, sassy child creature. It's one of the worst ones. Number 3, the second lead is secretly bad. Have you ever heard of second lead syndrome? So second lead syndrome is commonly referred to as the phenomenon where you're watching a romantic movie and you have like your leading man and like, you know, the secondary man, like, you know, like the childhood best friend or like the other guy and like the love triangle. And second lead syndrome is where you feel like the second leading man is so much better than the leading man who the girl's supposed to end up with. Like, you know they're supposed to end up together, but the second leading man, you know, like maybe he was written a better personality. Maybe he has more in common with the main protagonist. Maybe he just has better hair. I don't know, but he's better in the end, and you want him to win. You're like, why didn't he win? Well, cheesy Christmas movie writers don't want that for you. So they always have the second lead turn out secretly evil by the end of the 3rd act in each of these movies. Like, yes, the princess is supposed to end up with the poor baker, but look at this rich prince friend who's known her since childhood and is also rich and knows the ropes. And oh, what's that? He's secretly bankrupt and only wants the princess for her big money. Okay, well then I guess he's out of the picture. What's this? A protagonist who's already engaged / married to a man, and yet she's got this whirlwind romance with this other man? That's unacceptable. That's emotional cheating. That's terrible. That's, oh wait, what? The original fiance / husband has been cheating on her physically this whole time? Well, that makes it okay then. Number 4, random snowfall. You know the snow that like suddenly rains down during important or poignant moments? And my favorite part of the random snowfall is that all of the characters, they always seem so surprised. Like they'll be in like the middle of kissing and they'll be like, oh my god, snow? Who could have seen this happening? I guess neither weather forecast nor meteorologist exists in the cheesy Christmas movie cinematic universe. Watch I say that there's no meteorologist and someone in the comments is gonna be like, actually there's like 2 different Hallmark movies where the main lead is a weather girl and she secretly falls in love with a rugged, handsome hobo man who sells upcycled umbrellas just to get by. Number 5, the mall Santa is the real Santa. I love this trope so much because the real Santa always hides the fact that they're the real Santa, and they're always earnestly like trying to help the protagonist, like, how can I help you, let me know. And the protagonist is always so just sarcastic. They're so sarcastic. They're just like, okay, Santa, I guess I'll make a Christmas wish and tell you my personal problems. Not because I think you're the real Santa, obviously, but because I feel like spilling my heart out to a little old man is a lot cheaper than actual therapy. But lucky for them, the old stranger isn't actually an imposter who smells like beef and cheese. No, it's the real Santa. And he's going to diagnose you with a case of a lack of Christmas cheer. But don't worry, that can easily be remedied by his prescription of Christmas magic. Yay! Number 6, there is a really niche family tradition. So the protagonist or the leading love interest usually has this really niche family tradition that will be used to like tie back into the plot later or save the day at the end of the movie. And it's always something really unnecessary, like,
we always put up this old wreath we found in the back of Mom's closet ever since she died 3 Christmases ago. It's a bit of a tradition for us.
And usually it turns out the wreath has something stupid, like it's got a will wrapped around one of its branches, or it's got a key hidden inside that unlocks a box, and inside that box is going to be the answer to all the problems and it'll save the day. Number 7, we've got to save the farm/firm. So I feel like this is the main conflict in a lot of these cheesy Christmas movies. The sweet little Christmas tree farm, the family bakery, the children's bookstore, the law firm that the protagonist has worked for the past 10 years. It's in the red. In the proverbial ho-ho-hole, if you will. And clearly the only thing that's going to be able to save them is a Christmas miracle. But where the heck are we gonna find one of them? Number 8, Christmas magic. Question, what's the strongest force on earth? Answer, it's not a diamond. It's not love. It's not even true love. No, it is Christmas magic. Christmas magic conquers all. When all hope is lost, Christmas magic. When even the romance between the main leads can't save the day, Christmas magic. Are you so in the hole and there's nothing left to do and you just don't have any other logical options? How will you save the day? Christmas magic. Christmas magic is the mythical, magical, unexplained way that things just sort of happen to work out in the end. And it's so vague and so magical that it leaves everyone in the movie going, how is this possible? How could this happen? But hey, far be it from them to look a gift reindeer in the mouth. So they chalk up their newfound happy ending to good old-fashioned Christmas magic. Number 9. The protagonist has a traumatic reason for hating Christmas. So this is the first of the 2 types of protagonists that you generally will get to see in these types of movies. This protagonist is a workaholic who could not give a Christmas cracker about the holidays. They're serious, they're no nonsense, and they were slighted one Christmas as a child, so they've hated the holiday ever since. And there is a myriad of ways that they could have been slighted. Maybe when they were younger, their parents died on Christmas. Maybe their boyfriend slash girlfriend slash significant other broke up with them 2 Christmases ago. Or maybe as a child, instead of getting the ballerina Barbie that they wanted for Christmas, they got Malibu Barbie. But however their Christmas past passed, it's evident that their icy hatred for the holiday can only be melted by true love and Christmas cheer. And now let's talk about the second type of protagonist, who is the complete opposite to this, number 10. Number 10, the protagonist is obsessed with Christmas. This protagonist is the total opposite of the one we just talked about. They love all things Christmas and they are literally obsessed with it. Like, it makes up 90% of their personality. I feel like this protagonist is, their personality is 90% I love Christmas and then 10% manic pixie dream elf that works with the love interest, because usually their love interest, to offset their like psychotic love of Christmas, is usually like, oh bah humbug, I'm the workaholic and I hate Christmas. So this protagonist spends the whole movie trying to convince the love interest that Christmas is actually worth giving a Christmas cracker about. She's always saying stuff like,
Christmas isn't just a day, it's a feeling.
And like,
oh, if every day was Christmas, the world would be such a better place.
Number 11, the protagonist has a cutesy job. Now this is usually reserved for the latter protagonist rather than the former. The Christmas-loving protagonist always seems to have like a cutesy, fluffy job, you know, like, oh, I'm a baker, I'm a florist, I'm a dog groomer, I'm an ice sculptor. Just some non-committal, cute job that allows the protagonist ample time for meet cutes and gabbing with their friends and family over hot chocolate. Which brings me to our next number. Number 12, hot chocolate! Maybe it's just me, but it feels like in a lot of these movies, hot drinks beside hot chocolate just do not exist in the cheesy Christmas movie cinematic universe. Like maybe there's a coffee or two, but my God, the way these people suck down hot chocolates, it's ridiculous. And it's all they talk about, it's all they drink, it's everywhere. It's not, hey, wanna grab a coffee sometime? No, it's, hey, wanna grab a hot chocolate sometime? And it's never, hey, you owe me a drink, you know, like alcohol. No, it's, you owe me a hot chocolate. So much hot chocolate. No one needs that much hot chocolate. I bet dentists in the cheesy Christmas movie cinematic universe get paid well. Number 13, ice skating. So whether the protagonist has never skated in their life or they've been like a professional figure skater since the age of 6 years old, they usually always end up on the ice with their love interest. Bonus points if someone falls through the ice and almost drowns as a plot device. And bonus points if the person who falls through the ice is the stupid, annoying, sassy child creature. Number 14, free space. So I can't actually put pictures on the bingo cards that I'm using for this video, but normally my free space is just the disembodied heads of Candace Cameron, Creme Brulee, Vanessa Hudgens, and Gretchen Wieners, because they're in a lot of these movies. Number 15, a terrible poppy rendition of a classic Christmas song. Now this can usually be heard in the opening credits of our movie. You know, it's some hyped up poppy weird version of just a good Christmas classic. Like instead of like jingle bells, no, it's like jingle bells. Stop. I can't pay attention and listen to the movie when I've got poinsettia red blood dripping out of my ears. Speaking of red, number 16, red is for girls, green is for boys. This is a trope you've probably seen on every single cheesy Christmas movie poster. I don't know why, I don't know who decided this, but every single movie you've got the female lead and she's in her cute little red coat with the white accent pieces like the scarf and the gloves, and the man is wearing green, like a rustic green, a dark olive manly green. And remember, we want to be so on the nose with our Christmas tropes that we're glowing and we've been asked to lead Santa's sleigh. Number 17, the comic relief BFF slash background character. This is the cringe-inducing comic relief character whose jokes always fail to land. Like the protagonist will say something like,
"Oh, I'm just so excited we get to bake cookies together."
and then the comic relief BFF will say something stupid like, "Oh, making the cookies, I'm just here to eat them." And even if the jokes are good, they'll just say them in a way that if you saw them in person, you would just be like, yeah. You know, like how you do when I'm telling you a joke. Number 18, the all-knowing friend. This character is a level-headed, always right, and usually token minority friend of the protagonist. This person has no life of their own. They have no life outside of the protagonist's life, the protagonist's love life, and they always have some sage advice, some poignant message to give to the protagonist in their time of need, no matter how big or small the situation is. And usually it's a situation that the protagonist got themselves in. It has nothing to do with the all-knowing friend, but the all-knowing friend is just there, just always there, giving out their sage advice, like, here you go. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Number 19, the quaint small town that's obsessed with Christmas. This is a town that is so cheesy and stupid that even a Keebler elf would think twice before deciding on whether or not to move there. Sugar Gumdrop Valley, Candy Cane Lane, Tinsel Town. I can't think of any other terrible names. They've usually got a name like that, and their main export is holiday cheer. And this town is usually thriving or dying depending on which protagonist we're dealing with in the movie. Are we dealing with a stuffy, no-nonsense lawyer type of protagonist? Well, they're gonna have to go back to Happy Hollyville to relearn and rediscover the mystical magic and wonder that is Christmas time. Is our protagonist's Christmas obsession bordering on the pathological? Well, in that case, the town isn't doing so hot. It just isn't the same as it once was. You see, no one believes in Christmas anymore. People get busy, and everyone has missed the main sight of the season. So this protagonist is going to have to work with the main love interest to bring the Christmas spirit back to the town. And so the love they feel for Christmas will bring our story full circle. Full circle, one big stupid Christmas circle. Like a wreath. Like a wreath you found in the back of your mother's closet after she died 3 Christmases ago, and now it's one of your family. Number 20, mistletoe. It's mistletoe. This one's pretty self-explanatory. There's mistletoe in the movie, and the leading couple kiss, or bonus points, they almost kiss. Number 21, there's an intense competition. So there's some competition that the protagonist either A, enters in, or B, more likely, they're entered in without their expressed knowledge or consent, and it's usually something that's like artsy or like related to baking. Also, the prize that they can win from winning the competition is either A, enough money to save the farm slash firm or whatever, you know, is in the red, or B, it's enough money for them to start their own business doing what they've secretly loved and wanted to do the whole time, but they just didn't have the self-confidence and enough gumption to do by themselves. Number 22, there is a severe lack of Christmas spirit. No one believes in Santa anymore.
There's just no Christmas spirit anymore.
These are just some of the many wailings you can hear when you come across this trope. Christmas morale is down. No one is interested. There's no cheer. But you all know the best way to spread Christmas cheer.
Best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Wrong. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is get yourself a significant other. Once you guys kiss, lights come on, snow falls down, and suddenly everyone in the whole movie who wasn't really into Christmas before They're totally happy, they're joyful, they're into the season now, they're into the spirit, they're dancing. So you don't need to sing to get Christmas cheer. You just need a boyfriend. Number 23, the baking montage slash flower fight. Is it really a Christmas movie if there's no baking montage? I need to see close-ups of cookie cutters and rolling pins. I need to see that dough being rolled and kneaded. And no baking montage is truly complete without a flour or icing or other ingredient fight. Someone will end up getting flour or icing all over themselves, and the other person will laugh. And because that person laughed, the original person will hit them with the flour or icing, which will cause them to throw more flour icing at them. And it's just such a waste of good ingredients. Number 24, searching for the perfect Christmas tree. Now, searching for the Christmas tree isn't just an important part of the traditional Christmas season. No, it is also an integral part of the Christmas movie cinematic universe. It's not there for you to pick out trees. No, it's there to provide background and expose on our characters. You can't just say you're a single parent all willy-nilly. No, you can't do that. You must say it while gently rubbing the edges of pine. You can't just sit down in a cafe and listen to the main love interest talk about what Christmas means to him. And I mean, my God, a cafe? They probably don't even have coffee. It's probably just hot chocolate. And we all know these people don't need any more hot chocolate. No, you can't do it in the middle of a cafe. You have to listen to him while he's surrounded by little baby Christmas trees. And that brings us to our final square. Square number 25. Number 25, the Simple Misunderstanding. Communication in these movies is so abysmal. It is no wonder that they only seem to be able to communicate when surrounded by pine trees. These people don't know how to talk or have a conversation in an adult way. So most of the conflicts in these movies can just be chalked up to simple miscommunications. I saw something suspicious, so instead of talking about my feelings with the other person and asking them straight up, I'm going to jump to conclusions faster than Santa's gonna deliver presents tonight. And it's the type of misunderstandings that are so simple and so stupid, you just feel that rage inside of you just starting to bubble up and you just want to scream at your TV. Just talk to each other. Just talk to each other about it. And yes, I know if they talk to each other about it, then the movie's runtime would only be like 20 minutes tops, but my God, sometimes I can barely sit through the 40 minutes of rocking around the communication Christmas tree. Like, just talk. Anyways, there you have it. Those are the 25 squares on my cheesy Christmas movie bingo card. If you follow the link in the description box below, you'll be able to see your very own cheesy movie Christmas bingo card, and you can play along online while watching the movies. You could make playing this bingo game your new niche family tradition, and who knows, if you do, you might just save Christmas. I'm gonna go, and I'm going to finish editing the videos that I'm supposed to be working on for my actual job. So, bye.